was a month ago. And I do want to I'm going to be very transparent here because I don't know if they will be. But I came up off being transparent. And honestly, I could tell you some of the last couple conversations with Complex was maybe a argument on transparency, which I felt they were neglecting how big my brand was and how I needed to act or communicate because of that. And maybe they were thinking that I could just operate like a Complex employee. I will say overall, I have nothing bad to say about Complex. But I want to salute to my sister, Nadeska, who made it a point that this announcement come from the team. Otherwise, about a month ago, you would have got a very dry statement that we will not be. And by the way, I knew this a month ago. So if you listen to the streams, you could probably, I just wasn't going to say it. I want to salute to Nadeska who made it a point to say, hey, this is going to come from us, not a dry, heartless press release, because despite whatever, there are people and there's an audience for Everyday Struggle. Okay? I'll give you a little bit more context. Two things. And I'll also answer questions that maybe you have. Yes, it was a very weird moment with the Chrissy Teigen thing. But it wasn't only that. I've received calls from them about other content that they felt I probably or shouldn't be engaging in. And I specifically told them, I said, listen, while you may look at me as I'm the guy on your show, I have a whole different brand to run. And I said, you guys, when Freddie Gibbs was on his thing, right? Remember I got suspended for I got suspended for, what was it? I got suspended for my little, it was a Twitch thing, and I referred to Chrissy Teigen, whatever. Whatever. But I remember saying to them, if you guys are going to police what I do off of your platform, not realizing that I have to defend my own platform that I'm building, I never came here to be an employee. You should also keep the same energy. I felt it was a spit in the face when Complex, while trying to tell me that I should shut the fuck up almost, or just, hey, listen, we are getting you in trouble for this. You said something about Chrissy Teigen that's not okay. They awarded, literally a couple days after, they awarded Freddie Gibbs with like lyricist or like some like award, even though he was saying that he couldn't wait till I die, that he could spit on my casket. It told me a lot. It told me that for an artist who technically, and they told me, they said, technically, we're not paying him. And the team that does whatever they want to do. So it told me I was fighting with my hands behind my back. So I couldn't really deal with people. And by the way, here's the thing, and this is what I've always said about Everyday Struggle. Joe once said it too, but I also agree. You don't hire a controversial figure to not have controversy. It's like when the Vic Mensa thing happened, they said to me, you gotta tell us everybody you beefing with. Nigga, I'm known because niggas don't like me and some niggas like me. You should have did that due diligence. But if I have to let you know, you can't blame me when you're randomly booking people that you're booking people that don't like me. So already I could tell, and by the way, again, this is not an indictment on Complex. I understand business. I run a business myself. But I'm going to be honest, the last conversation I had with someone of executive, control over there, I told him, I said, hey, I'm running a business as well. If you think I'm just going to shut up while these people say whatever about me because I'm working at Complex, I do have to then let you know that 90% of the income I'm getting is not because of Complex. I don't want to ever be the egotistical person to pull the card like, yo, I'm bigger than Complex or bigger than any brand. But it felt like they were saying I should operate within their standards while they would bring on anyone who would slander me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. They called me, this is before the Freddie Gibbs thing happened. They say, yo, Ak, Freddie Gibbs, we interviewed him for something. And the first thing he said was, yo, don't that nigga Akademiks work here? He said a lot of really bad things. And they said to me, yo, we're going to edit that out. And really, I'm not for editing artists. Truth be told, because I say what I want to say. And I was like, I don't think you got to the center. But they said, no, we fuck with you. We want to edit it. Now, this was their stance. They wanted to step in and edit it however they want to edit it. They didn't want someone who is an artist who allegedly they have no ties to slander me. So I think there was not editing, but it's just like, I think there's omitted. So it's not like they're changing his words. They just didn't put the part where he was trying to single out and take shots at me. Again, I was cool with it, but honestly, I did appreciate the heads up. But here's the thing, and I think this is where, like, you know, you're always going to run into this. I think Joe ran into this. It's company versus creator. A creator is helping and maybe has like brought stuff to a company for a while and the company's kind of with them, but like at the end of the day, they're about the bottom line. They're not necessarily loyalty. For example, I'll say this. In 2017, and this is where I got to go back. Why did I join Complex at all? Because, by the way, I watch all these YouTube videos you guys send to me. And I joined Complex. I was making 6 figures a month off YouTube. I don't care who knew me, whatever. I was amazing. I will tell you this. Freddie Gibbs doesn't make 6 figures a month. That was me in 2016. So just put that out there. I didn't need Complex. But I didn't look at my brand as this isn't just the YouTube thing. This is something, and I always looked up to Q from WorldStar. This is something that is it's an international mainstream brand. And I felt Complex would help me accomplish certain things that, you know, I just couldn't accomplish on YouTube. And I still believe they did. And for that, I am always forever grateful when anyone asks me, why did you go to Complex? I was dominating my field and I wanted to box with the big boys. I wanted my name to be mentioned with the Charlemagnes and other people like that. I looked up to Charlemagne coming up. So when you ask me why I went to Complex, that was the thing. Okay? But I will let you know within year 1 of me even dealing with Joe on that show. Joe left 9 months later. No, like as much as Joe is so memorable in Everyday Struggles history, Wayno's been on the show for about 2+ years, I feel. Joe was there for 9 months. Let that sink in. I only say that because I wanted to be in the mix. And honestly, I am not regretful of it. But I do remember what Complex was at that time. Joe has told y'all, when me and Joe walked into that building, they had a whole bunch of people who were doing video, whole bunch of people who were writing. The guy who talked to me, who said he had a whole team studying my YouTube channel. This is 2016. I'm covering Drake and Meek Beef in 2015, covering Drake and Meek. 3 weeks later, him nor anyone he hired was there. They fired everybody. It's like, oh, we're hiring you to study these niggas, but we just hired these niggas. You're obsolete. Fired. I only speak the truth. Nobody, Complex, Joe, nobody else would ever discount anything I'm saying on this stream. when I went there and the people who were hired there, I saw them all go. I didn't even understand the magnitude of it. Joe did. I didn't. It was new. I've never been on camera. I guess why I'm telling you that part of the story is because things changed. If you ever ask me what I'm ever guilty of, and me and my niggas, like, this is outside, like, you know, like, career shit. Leaf, all my other homies that, you know, we went to college. Sometimes we've been guilty of staying at the party too long. And 9 months in, Joe left. Joe kind of offered an olive branch, not olive branch, but like invitation to come to Revolt. I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't with it. I'm going to be honest with you, just because I just got a lawyer. If y'all not talking to me, like, joke, listen, I'm not Rory, and I'm not that Mealy Mall nigga, okay? It should be very evident in what I've built, because them bum-ass niggas are struggling. Facts. I'm going to be all right. You know, I like what Joe did, because you see even right now, Joe making millions. He don't care. You see them little bum-ass niggas that y'all be like Rory and Mealy Mall? Them niggas is living from check to check. Them niggas is really down bad. That was never me. Ask Joe when I pulled up to his crib. Very first time. I pulled up to his crib with a $180,000 car. G-Wagon. Facts. I got that from YouTube. I was doing really well. I was making $100,000 a month. We went to Complex. They were giving us $10,000 for, it was supposed to be a weekly show. Joe and his ambition, Joe's a good creative. He's a great creative, actually. He said, fuck a weekly show. We need to do this daily. So we accepted the terms for a daily show. I said, Again, I was never there for money. I didn't collect a check from them for 6 months. I'm good already. But that's the parallel in between where I've been. I wanted to be a mainstream name, not just a YouTube guy. And by the way, this is where I give Complex their credit. But even though I'm giving Complex, like, I really want to give it to my team. I remember after the Migos thing happened when we went to the BET Awards, we were so unhappy with Complex. So unhappy. So unhappy. But I'm going to be honest with you, like, our team handler is great. I remember being in that room with that Migos thing that everybody seemed. I remember after that Migos show when I got back to Jersey, somebody looked at me and be like, I know you because of a meme. And I was like, what? But like, it went crazy. I remember being in that room like, yo, nah, we should delete it. I remember Joe's like, fuck it, let it rock. I remember other people in the room saying, no, we got to talk to Complex, like, you know what I mean, their head staff and whatever. And we made a decision in that room, even me, to say, fuck it. Let it rock now. Let's not wait for the executives to approve it. In 3 hours of that video being out, we knew the magnitude of it. It's a defining video, I would say, of everyone's career, me, Joe, even Adesca's. But I think that was a test to where, what was the thing getting me to the point that I came to Complex for you? Granted, let me tell you why I came to Complex. I've been rich for 5+ years. I am really good. I didn't come to Complex to get the bag. Let me be very clear. So just let me reiterate. I was getting $100,000 plus a month on YouTube. Complex paid us $10,000 a month. So literally a month of YouTube equaled 10 months of Complex. But it was this elusive industry that I wanted to be a part of. I didn't want to be the YouTube guy. I wanted to be the guy that when you saw him, I was synonymous with hip hop. And by the way, I do think I accomplished that. But that is where I sat for the last, especially year. Joe moved on quickly because of his own reasons. It's not on me to speak on his reasons, but I can speak on mine. He moved on after 9 months. I stayed on for 3.5 years. By the way, it's 3.5 years I've done the show. What I came to Complex for, to be ingratiated with an industry which is so fake, but to be known as a household Akademiks name, I accomplished, I think, rather quickly. My thoughts on Complex and my thoughts on what I was doing was very different. Someone said, 100K off YouTube, that got to be cap. Trust me, that's not cap. Go to 2016. Hold on. I'm glad you called it cap. But for whoever called it cap, I did almost 400 million YouTube views in... Hold on. That's off my main channel. 400 million YouTube views in 2017, actually. 2017 off my main channel. All around, I did 500 million views. If you don't think I was making 100,000 a month, you're fucking retarded. Nigga, I was doing mad videos. Are you fucking stupid? Let me just say again. Off one channel, remember I was doing mad channels? At least, yo, I could bring it up here. I don't know if I could hide the amount I made that month, that year. But I did 400 million views. I did 500 million. I want you to look at even, no disrespect to No Jumper. No Jumper still hasn't hit 1 billion views. I did that in a year. Half of it. I'm just only saying this to y'all. Because, like, sometimes, you know, some people try to... Don't play with the chat niggas. Don't play with me. This is no cap. I got mad channels. Y'all know that. Okay? So, it wasn't money. I didn't ever come to Complex for money. I will admit, though, YouTube did get a little weird, which, by the way, I ain't gonna lie, I think YouTube is about fixing stuff. So, anyway. I'm speaking really fluid. So, Joe leaves. I kid you not, one of the reasons why I stayed at Everyday Struggle. First of all, I don't care what Joe said, and that's why I felt like me and him, we were a little staticky at first. Because when he would mention me and the reason why I stayed, I am not Rory. Rory is literally a bum that I'm going to hire next season to mow my lawn. Actually, I just realized I might have a leak on my roof. I'm going to have Rory on my fucking roof with a fucking bungee cord tied to him. If he dies, he fucking dies. He's going to clean my pool. I'm going to make sure he could afford his little wedding. Okay? The Mealy Mall nigga, that's a straight bum. Straight bum. Facts. I like I shit on them niggas. I'm sorry. No, hold on. But in reality, yeah. So my whole thing was that, yo, I'm good. I'm doing good. Joe's doing good. I stayed on Everyday Struggle because of my cast. I remember the conversations with me in the desk, which I won't bring up here, but like, you know, like I felt like I was becoming a traitor if I left. Like, I kid you not. And you want to know why I flamed Rory and Mealy Mall? Rory and Mealy Mall, none of you fucking bums can show us a fucking contract that you ever signed with Spotify. Because I didn't, nigga. Y'all was talking about me like y'all actually was bosses, but you're not bosses. I say that and I still maintain that. That's why you won't get me slandering Complex. Even if we have a difference in how we see the future, it's fine. But you won't have me slandering Complex. You know why? Because truth be told, and Joe knows this, the shit that Joe was beefing with Complex for, when they knew I was up in the air, they gave it to me. I told y'all, I own on the sticks, everyday struggle. After that, I've gotten a percentage of all the income, despite what it is, up or down. I'm a partner. Joe fought for that. For whatever reason, again, I'm not going to get into what he asked for, but that wasn't the case for him. So that's the exact reason when I saw them little bum ass niggas speaking on me, I was really infuriated. But I don't have nothing bad to say about Complex when it comes to that. Right? I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. I think the writing was on the wall not when Joe left, because you all saw they tried to bring Star in, blah blah. Listen, I'm here with the fucking Uzi. Anybody could get it. I don't care who y'all bring across from me. I'm here to debate. I'm here whatever. I'm like, y'all already know. Y'all don't know what to expect from me when I get on stream or whatever. Y'all could bring my biggest enemy here. We gonna be debating. I don't give a fuck. I'm here. I don't care. I am here. I'm here for the sauce every fucking day. And I had to get over that because I remember when, like, Joe was just really good at, like, the everything. And I remember I was like, fuck, this nigga. And y'all used to be like, leave. And I'm like, nah, I ain't about to leave this shit, man. I'm about to sit here and figure out how to. And I promise you, I wish now, like, with the skill set I've gained, I could really go back and forth to Joe. Because that nigga I used to be clueless. I kid you not. And I'm glad, I'm so proud of Wayno. Everybody, like, if you respect me, if you love me, you have to show Wayno some respect and support. Wayno was somebody who's just on Twitter. I'm gonna show some love to Nadeska. And Nadeska was like, yo, we should bring him in for whatever. Like, he'd be like tweeting, and we're like, whatever. And the first couple times we were like, And I think, he learned he was always a manager of artists. He was never a personality. And truth be told, he learned. I want to give him so much credit. But I know how Complex is. Complex wanted to create Joe again. You can't create Joe again. This is where we get to in right now. For any company, let me just reiterate something I know Joe has definitely said. You cannot create another Joe. You cannot create another Akademiks. You cannot create another person who is them. You can't create another Charlemagne. You just can't. And I'm going to be honest, the turning point with me with Complex, because I'll tell you, again, I don't know their side. I'll tell you mine. Last Complex Con. Was it last Complex Con? Yeah, I think so. Last Complex Con. One of the leaders of Complex who fought for the